Namaste, welcome and greetings Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising signs. So a couple things. First of all, if the sound is a little bit funky, if there's static, I apologize. It seems to come and go, and I can't figure out like how to fix it or what's causing it. So I have figured out though that if you adjust the volume, that seems to work for me and some people a lot of the time to correct the issue or make it, so it's not bothersome. So you may want to try that, and hopefully at some point it'll just permanently be corrected. Alright, so if you're sticking around, I'm going back to the week by week reads. So we're going to do an approximate week by week, looking at 4 weeks for July. And for that part of the reading, I'm going to use the Earth Magic deck, the Mermaid Oracle, and the Animal Wisdom Tarot. I'm also going to do a look at some theme cards for you for the month of July. And for that, I'm going to use Secret Language of Color cards, the Amy Brown Fairy Wisdom deck, and the Zodiac Oracle. Please remember you can listen for your Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising sign. And if you have any questions for Spirit you'd like answered about July in this reading, or anything in specific you'd like Spirit to clarify or give you guidance on, it's a good time to bring that to the front of your mind and just ask within. Okay, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising. Also, if you are interested in getting a personal reading or a reading on something like a life area or a specific situation, get a hold of me, because I have some different options available. I've narrowed down the personal readings that I do to about 4 or 5 on my menu, but I'm also doing some pick-a-pile readings for different topics that are a lot of fun and priced affordably. So let me know if you're interested. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising sign for the month of July 2019. Please give us the most accurate, best cards for clarity for Capricorns. To the forefront, what Spirit wants you to know. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising. Okay. So the way that I've been doing these readings, and I'm going to do yours as well, is I'm going to look first at the theme cards and just give you my initial impression and a brief read on those. And then I'm going to go into the week by weeks. And then I'm going to go back through the week by weeks and do a brief read out of the booklet for the Animal Wisdom Tarot cards. Then I'll go back into the theme cards, read the fairy card out of the booklet for you, and kind of tie it all together. Alright, so your theme cards are Cherry, Live an Extraordinary Life, Home Sweet Home from the fairy deck, Sagittarius, the 9th house, showing up right side up, and Aquarius, the 11th house, showing up right side up. So when the zodiac cards show up reversed, that indicates to me a blockage or an imbalance, obstacles with their energy. But they're both showing up right side up for you, and I feel like this means that it's working in your favor, and these energies are unblocked. There's flow there. So the 9th house is about free-spiritedness, adventure, spirituality, higher learning. And the 11th house is about humanitarianism, technology. It is the rule breaker of the zodiac, okay? It's the weirdo, it's the rule breaker, it's eccentricness, you know, it's our uniqueness, it's how we relate to people. And then we have that humanitarianism aspect as well there. So let's see, we have this beautiful fire sign, Sagittarius. We have this beautiful cherry card, red, live an extraordinary life. So you have some energy, some fiery energy working in your favor, and you may be connecting in with your life purpose and moving forward with that in a positive way with these 3 cards here, the Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Cherry. Actually, probably with all 4 of them, home sweet home as well. Sagittarius is, like I mentioned, about adventure. It has an independent streak as well, and humanitarianism, Aquarius. So freedom, liberation, adventure, higher learning, philosophy. This could be school for some of you, or apprenticeship, spirituality, religions. They all fall under the 9th house in Sagittarius. And like I mentioned a few times, Aquarius is humanitarianism, so it may be, you know, what you bring to the table and what you bring to humanity, and working on causes for the betterment of, you know, the human race, the population, the world in large, because that's all connected. You know, live an extraordinary life. So it's very beautiful. I'm going to get into the week by weeks now. For the first week, you have the Serpent card, the Quickener. This is a major arcana card, and it is the Tower card in traditional tarot. So this is a card of destruction and disassembling, but it's doing so of something that's outdated or no longer working. Okay, so it's like you have this tower, this building, and let's say there's termites in it, right? You have a lot of problems with it, it's old. The Tower card would symbolize that building being demolished, destroyed, so that something new, that is more functional, that's more up to date, can be built. So this can play out in any area of your life. This could be referring to your career, this could be referring to a relationship, this could be referring to anything, you know. And this could have happened already, or it could be kind of occurring in the first month of July. I'm not sure. But it is an energy of something leaving so that something else can be rebuilt from that. We have dance, celebration also on the table. So this is a very happy, positive, upbeat energy of rejoicing. So I feel like whatever is leaving you, you're grateful for it. You're happy about it this time. A lot of times with the Tower card, there's resistance, there's clinging, there's grief. But the case could be that you've already gone through that phase, or, you know, this time around you're not attached to it anymore, and you're happy about it. You're looking forward to the new, fresh energy and embracing that. You have fertility from the Mermaid deck. It says potential, powerful creative energy, and initiation energy. So new beginnings. There's a lot of potential here, and it may be about seeing the potential for some of you in the situation. There's powerful creative energy, which is represented with both of these cards. Okay. And so for some of you, you may be getting together with others to celebrate. You may be celebrating on your own, but there's a sense of rejoice. And it may be, like split weeks. Some of you may be dealing with, oh my gosh, stuff is leaving, shit's hitting the fan. And then it might be, oh, wait a minute, that was shit. Like, I'm glad the shit's leaving because now we can clean up the mess and have something fresh and new and beautiful and look at all the potential. What can we create? What can we initiate? What can now be focused upon? And it's celebration, it's dance, it's enjoyment, it's perhaps working with others with this card as well in a natural way. In a sort of carefree, freeing, Sagittarius type way. So we'll get more into it as I go through the animal wisdom cards. Let's look at the second week. The second week of July has in store for you the snake, Ace of Branches. So this is an ace card, new beginnings. And especially with the Ace of Branches, this is the Ace of Wands in other suits. In traditional tarot decks, this is the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Rods. So the Ace of Branches is very much about new beginnings, very much about initiation energy. The first sign of the zodiac is Aries, and can be symbolized by the Ace of Branches, I feel. And because Aries, the first house, governs that initial spark of life, that initial new beginning, that initial drive, motivation, start. And that's what we see reflected with the Ace of Branches. It's very creative energy. It's about starting something new activity perhaps, being ready to take action on something. Again, we'll get more into that as we go through those cards. But you also have the spring equinox, rebirth. And from the Mermaid deck, receptivity, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. If you're in a state of resistance because of some pain, past hurt, Spirit's urging you to let go of that because something new is definitely in the process of being born here. And it brings blessings, it brings things for you. And if you aren't open to receiving, you won't have as much to give. So there's a balancing here, and Spirit's urging you to first open yourself to receiving material things, receiving money, receiving affection, receiving love, receiving answers from the universe, from others, receiving in general. Okay, so this is an energy to embody receptivity, openness. So definitely new beginnings with this second week. In the third week, you have Scorpion, Five of Branches. So that's the Five of Rods or the Five of Wands in traditional tarot. I want to be a little bit careful here because the Scorpion does not want to sting you. It hurts the Scorpion sometimes more than you, depending on what kind of Scorpion it is. But it hurts the Scorpion basically as much as it hurts you. It's a defense mechanism. It's a reactive thing, and the Scorpion doesn't do that unless it feels like it needs to. Like it's scared, it's being attacked. So there's an energy here of being mindful and cautious not to attack yourself or attack others, because it's like double the poison, and that's not necessarily what the universe is trying to do to you. Okay, So it can be a bit of a challenging energy. You have time out, awareness, contemplation, solitude, and time alone, and you have the winter solstice reflection. So the third week is definitely a week where it's important to take some time to yourself, to reflect, to recharge, to recuperate, to connect with your own intuition, your own, to connect with source, to connect with your own higher self, and contemplate things and allow yourself to receive more full awareness, more, like a greater awareness of the situation, of reality, of what's going on for you at this time. This is an energy of kind of relaxing, going within, being introverted, and taking your time, like I said, rest, recuperation, rejuvenation, and reflection here. So it's a pause, and we'll get more into the Scorpion in a little bit. And then the fourth and final week, okay, very interesting. You have the two of shells, Dolphin, and this is the best card for romantic partnerships, romance, love, marriage, like that kind of energy in the deck, in my opinion, and a lot of tarot readers' opinions. This would be the Two of Cups in traditional decks. So it's definitely an energy of happiness, and union and sweetness. You also have fire, passion. So for some of you, this definitely is a romantic connection or romantic partnership that may be sexual. There may be an attraction there, a sexual attraction. And for some of you, there may be, that actual connecting in that way. It's someone or something that you feel passionate about. And for those of you who it's not a situation where sexuality is really involved, this could be an energy of friendship, real it's a sweet love bonding. So it could be, a good friend. It could be with a child or family member. But it's someone you feel passionate about, or you're working together with somebody that is helping you to express your passion, move with your passion. Like if you're passionate about a hobby or a new career pursuit or a humanitarian cause or something like that, you're really getting the emotional support here. And that could be directly or indirectly. It could just be that they're loving and nurturing towards you, and that makes you feel better in your own energy and more safe and secure to express your passion, to move forward with that passion. Or it might be a partner in this humanitarian cause, or whatever you have going on here. Okay, so maybe their passion as well, or it may not be. And then the third card you have from the Mermaid deck is the Unseen. It says too much is hidden from you. So just be aware of that. Be a little bit cautious that you don't have all of the puzzle pieces yet. So you don't want to, start running at this like it's a marathon, probably, because there's an energy of there being things unseen, not knowing all of the answers yet, not having all of the pieces in place to something. So I would caution people in falling head over heels for somebody at this time. There may be something that's later revealed. It doesn't mean don't go for it. It's an individual choice. It's just I would be careful about thinking that you have the full picture at this time. Okay? That being said, some of you may be afraid to move forward because of some sort of perceived limitation or some situation but you know that your spirit and your heart is asking you to, and there may be answers and ways for things to be resolved that you're not yet aware of. So you really have to check in with your divine guidance here when you're making choices. All right, so let's look in the book for the animal wisdom cards now. So we start off with that major arcana card, the Tower. And let's see, 16. Here we go. Keynotes with this card are chaos, crisis, insight, revelation, and illumination. And its underlying message is to wake up. So it's bringing to you a greater awareness, realization. It's illuminating something, and you're from that able to embrace positivity. Hopefully, I think most of you embrace positivity, celebrate what you have, and look at potentials and situations. There's a powerful creative energy. Okay. So yeah, for some of you there may be a challenge here in this first week, and for some of you it may be that was in the past, and now it's sort of the building block for this new creative energy, this new dance, right, thing you're creating in the energy of fun and love and joy and celebration. In the second week, you have the Ace of Branches, the Snake card. So we'll see that the themes associated with this are energy, enthusiasm, potential, passion, confidence, and courage. The underlying message here is be bold, daring, let your inner light shine. Okay, so some of you may need to work up some courage to do something, whether that's just open your heart again, and allow yourself to receive love from the universe, and however it channels that to you through other people, through opportunities and so forth. For some of you, you may be building up courage to embrace this rebirth, to start something new. Maybe it's a new job, a new a move, a new relationship, a new way of being. Maybe you shut off a harmful habit or addiction, something like that. It's possible as well. But there's energy, there's enthusiasm, there's potential, there's passion, there's confidence here, really good energies, and the universe is saying, go ahead, be bold, be daring, let your inner light shine, embrace this new beginning, allow yourself to be open to receive, allow yourself to give. And then we have that Five of Branches card, another, you get some, fiery energy here, but it does look balanced out too. So we have the Five of Branches, the Scorpion, and the themes with this card are conflict, rivalry, instability, creative challenge, and transformation. Its underlying message is see clearly, feel deeply, think creatively. So you're taking some time out in this third week. Spirit's advising you to take some time out so that you're better able to see things clearly, so that you can feel things deeply, feel things through, see clearly, get in touch with your intuition, embrace the creative challenge that's before you, make the most out of any conflict, competition, rivalry, instability, make the most out of the transformation by seeing what's there beneath the surface. Then you go into the fourth week and you have that Two of Shells energy. And the Two of Shells, the themes with that card are adventure, spirit, intimacy, healing, and joy. And the underlying message with the card is love, laugh, and joy. Okay, so this is embracing close connections. This is embracing adventure, following your bliss, following your passion, healing, that, Sagittarian, fiery sort of spirituality comes into the mix here in that 4th week too. Okay, and it is about intimate connection and joy. At the same time, love, laugh, and enjoy. At the same time, I think there is an element here of not pushing things too far, not being in too much of a hurry, being mindful, and, that 3rd week, and the whole month too, but that 3rd week leading into the 4th week especially, has you preparing for that, okay? Because there's something unseen. You don't have quite all the information. So you don't want to get too fiery and rush things and be too forceful and too passionate. You want to balance it out with this sweet energy of healing, of sharing, of spirituality and intimacy, listening, really listening and sharing as you are guided to. Love, laugh, and joy. Love will overcome things. Love will overcome things, but at the same time, don't be, there's a warning here about codependency for some of you, not all of you, but thinking like somebody is gonna, if there's a romance here, or even a friendship, it could be thinking that somebody is gonna come in and solve all your problems and make things perfect because they're in your life right now and you have this beautiful connection. Yeah, it can help, but it's not going to fix everything, right? So if you put too much expectation on it, you could wind up feeling disappointed and let down and pushing away a really great thing, okay? So I hate leaving a reading with like a mystery cliffhanger like that, like the unseen in the 4th week. It's like, okay, well, what happens the 1st week of August? But I'm gonna leave it there. And again, like I mentioned, for some of you there might be a perceived obstacle or something that's telling you to withhold your feelings, withhold intimacy, to snuff out your passion. But your heart tells you and your spirit tells you to go for it. Listen to your heart and your spirit. Just be mindful as you do, because there may be like unforeseen solutions that you'll discover as you move forward bravely and steadily. This energy can also be you feeling left in the dark, and like you like things to be revealed to you. You'd like to be making decisions, educated decisions, and you feel like too much is unseen, too much is unknown. And we have that Sagittarius and Aquarius energy here, which is sort of, it can be an energy of investigation, and discovery, because Aquarius is an air sign, and we're talking about the mental body and learning things and knowing things and being able to find the answers or solutions with that. And then we have Sagittarius, which is about, the spiritual journey and philosophy and religion and higher understanding, higher learning as your theme. So let's look at the Mermaid card. Where's that book? Okay, so it's Home Sweet Home. I opened right to it. Cool. The keyword associated with this card is the return. And it says there are 3 levels to this card. The first, this card is about returning to your roots. This may involve a trip to your childhood home or to relatives, or maybe they are coming to visit you. It involves thinking about old memories from the past and perhaps releasing those that are not so good and hanging on to those that are. Age and life bring more understanding to events that happened in the past. The lessons are now easier to understand and to absorb. 2. This card also indicates that you love to live in a comfortable environment that has just the right feel to it. If you are not comfortable where you are living, then start looking around for a new home, or start to do the things to your abode which make it feel friendlier to you. Even if you are comfortable in your home, it may be time to do a little repair or decorating. Freshen things up a bit. 3. For those of you who are ready to hear it, this card is about awareness. Awareness in this sense is about reaching that point in your spirituality when you suddenly really understand and feel your connection to the one source. This is when you truly understand that you are connected to spirit and always have been and always will be. It doesn't matter what your religion is or how you see spirit or what you call it. It's the knowing that you are part of something much greater than just your physical being here on earth. It is a knowing which goes to the core of your being. You are here to do the work that only you can do and no one else can do. You have an integral role in all of existence. Once you begin to understand your own divinity, you begin to be kinder and to live life fuller and to be grateful for all that comes into your life. Good lessons and hard lessons, they all have something of value to offer you. This card says that we all go home when our voyage on Earth's finished. This is not a card about death and makes no predictions of such. It simply asks you to recognize your divine self. Within this recognition is a peace unlike any you have ever known. It is as if you have been absorbed into the glowing white energy of creation. Although we all so back to the source, okay, that's a typo. Although we all go back to the source when we leave our physical body, we do not lose our individuality. So do not fear this happening. Be in peace. Be comforted in the knowledge that you always have a home awaiting you. It says, tap your heels together 3 times today. And there's a chant, and that reads, I am, I have always been, I always will be. So it is. Okay. So your theme here is, it feels like it's about, embracing spirituality and higher understanding to live more fully, to live in alignment with your spiritual purpose, and live more of an extraordinary life that you came here to do. And some of that has to do with attitude and perspective, but definitely an underlined message about connecting into a deeper knowing and finding answers within through connecting in with source, spirit, God, etc., whatever you want to call it. Okay, going home. So that's going to conclude your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it was beneficial for you. Take care, be well, namaste, bye-bye.